me. Dream team's all right. Oh, yeah. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy. This is Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
This is Calvin.
Coach Calvin Haters.
Oh, and we're going into round 18. It's going to be a massive round because it's one step closer to the final. So we're starting to mean business. We better have a look back at round 17. Warn, how did you go?
Around the grounds. And yes, the Warn Dogs, 21.97. I'll take the score because you have to. But yeah, pretty much average. Anyway, we'll stick with it. That's where I dropped a few ranking spots. But it is all about...
Pretty cocky for someone who beat me by 19, just quietly. Roy, how'd you go?
Right. Yeah, well, I was solid, we'll call it. It was about a 22.40. I am just in a really frustrating, mediocre point of the season where I've done that, all the hard work to get to a respectable ranking. Now I'm just in limbo. I'm just going nowhere, yeah. So I'm going to look to pull something special out this week. Green Vest, how'd you go?
I want a bit of bloody luck. That's what I want.
Well, so what did he beat you by?
About 19 or something like that, wasn't it?
It was 19 points.
19. I didn't add it up or anything. Yeah, 19. So it was what, 10 handballs, few kicks. It's not much at all. Anyway, but I did a couple of things like I got Stokesy, been averaging 90, 95, 60. I chased some birds, Roy. Boom, tish, podcast joke.
Oh, yes.
So I chased Bird because I needed some cover there just for
Has been good lately too.
Oh, mate, he's been averaging like 100.
I don't think he scored under 90 in about 6 weeks prior to you chasing.
Not 30 off that, and that's what I got. Hence the green vest.
Ouch.
So I'm a bit shocked.
I can tell
You're good at that though. With
what?
Getting the green vest.
Getting the green vest. We need to probably do a tally in next week's show. I reckon.
I'll give you a tally.
But no, with blokes like Bird, you always buy these guys at their top price, don't you?
I pay top dollar.
You love it. Like, old Stance, you do it with him every year.
You did it with him last week too, though.
It wasn't top dollar, though.
Oh, okay.
And once again, now, I'm going to bring this up because I brought it up on the podcast, but you two do not, I'm going to make a blanket rule, do not ever sook about Stanton, either of you, because for the last few years, I have heard nothing but this from you guys. Stanton this, sooky, sook, but you always go back to him. Never again list yourself.
Last four scores, 107, 126, 103, 103. He's one of the top.
He's a premium player.
He's a keeper in the midfield
then
as far as we're the best players.
Then do not. That's fine then. Do not ever.
Calvin, you've got the Workwear Hub green vest on, so you can get some stuff there at workwearhub.com.au. They, at the moment, are having a work boot mega sale.
Mega sale.
It is huge. Up to 50% off there for 5 days only. It finishes this Sunday. So go in there if you need some work boots. Go and get them from there. But while we are talking about Workwear Hub, of course, we have a competition this week. So this week, you can win yourself a pair of Levi jeans, the iconic, the awesome Levi jeans. If you don't own a pair, you should do. And if you don't, you can go on to Workwear Hub and buy a pair. Or win a pair. So our competition for this week is to win a pair of Levi jeans, thanks to Workwear Hub, is you need to tell us in a tweet, Calvin. You love this one. Which two people have the best genes to breed the ultimate DT player? See that?
I see what you did.
Hashtag DT Jeans.
Don't spell it wrong, though.
Yeah, don't spell that wrong. It's up on the screen there. DT Talk and Workwear Hub, put them in your Twitter as well. Make sure you give both of us a follow if you're not already. That's what you do. Now, have you got an example, Calvin? You were trying to think of one.
I was trying to think of one earlier. If I was to breed two people together, I would breed Dirk Diggler and Ronaldo.
Why?
Right, I don't know how they'd go breeding.
No, nor do I.
Dirk Diggler, big tackle.
Right.
Ronaldo loves a kick. Great dream team are right there.
Oh,
well,
sensational.
Okay, I don't think entering that one is going to get you a win. However, I would like you to enter this competition because I always see you in my jeans. So can you please just get yourself a pair? I'll help you enter it.
Your last pair of jeans I found in the back of my car. And I was like, whose are these? I thought I'll just wear them and then eventually someone's going to notice them and go, they're my jeans, Calvin.
What on earth were we doing in the back of your car for my jeans?
Moving on.
What is happening though? You have been bullying Roy lately. Tell everyone the story about this in Perth.
No, he's been bullying me.
Oh, right, really?
I don't think so.
A lot of people came up to me and they go, Calv, I don't know why you put up with the bullying that you caught from Roy.
A lot of people. One person.
One person. But since I've been tweeting how much you've been bullying me, others have supported it.
And realised.
You know that show, The Following? I now have a following of people who agree
On the
that
bandwagon.
you bully me. So anyway, we have had a wicked lookalike sent in, dog.
We have, and this is from our mate Rumbles, who loves to send one in each week, and we'll be catching up with him very soon at the DT Talk catch-up in Melbourne. We'll talk about that later on. But he's gone with, you know the movie The Ant Bully?
Yes.
Of course you know it.
The Cow Bully. All right?
Oh, what? I actually haven't
at-
seen this, and I'm
No.
not that happy about it.
Look at Destroy there. The bully.
Yeah, look at him.
The Cow Bully.
Yep.
Look at poor old little
Yep.
V8 there in his green vest as well.
Yep.
Couldn't have worked out much better than that.
Yep.
So,
I like the
great
sneaky
work
green
there,
vest there.
Rumbles. That is sensational. So, yes. So,
And all my followers out there, and my little following cult that I've, feel free to tweet him. Just let him know
Okay,
that it's not on.
Well done.
And you know what?
Beat
No.
the bully with some bullying.
No, stop. It's not all right.
I don't even do anything.
He does.
Oh, far
I'm going to
out.
bully bystander because I think it's funny. Now, moving on with this. Calvin, who got the green stubby this week? Green stubby. Bit of Bogues green.
Golden Stubby this week. Oh, he went. It's the guy that apparently a lot of people went captain, but I didn't, and I convinced you guys to. Gary Ablett, 163 points, 42 touches against Collingwood,
How many? Wasn't it 49?
49 touches. Last time we
Massive.
played them, he had 53. So he's monster. Then what about Buckley coming out? Look, get your hands off! Jesus.
I was sending him to walk the plank.
No, it's not all right.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
See?
Yeah,
This is what I'm talking about.
All right, I'm sorry.
Anyway, Gary Ablett, Golden Stubby, he absolutely smashed them again. And Nathan Buckley came out during the week and went, probably should have tagged him. Yeah, Bucks, probably.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for the way I handled that. Pendlebury was a very good choice, and who was to know they wouldn't tag Ablett?
Can we move on with another thing?
Righto, I'm kicking off the teams this weekend. Essendon versus Hawthorn should be a pretty good game, actually.
I'm going Hawks by 60 plus.
Oh,
It was
are
a
you
lot
really?
last time.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Well,
Bombs will
anyway,
be right.
there's not a whole lot of Dream Team relevance in this game. Zaha Rakis is coming back in now. Do you know what? He has the potential one day to be in all of our teams,
Yes.
but you just couldn't quite back it in at the moment. But anyway,
in my
he's back
draft
in.
team.
Is he? Well, yeah,
Good
things like
inclusion.
draft, it would be very handy. For the Hawks, Mitchell back in. Very disappointing late withdrawal last week. He woke up sick. #rested.
Did he even come down to
Oh,
Tassie?
I think he did come
Oh,
down.
okay, yeah.
I think he did come down. But Brad Sewell was always the travelling emergency who needed to find form.
After
He wasn't
being
going
dropped.
to do it.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah.
going to do it just sitting out, was he? So he was always going to play, but I didn't really see Mitchell coming as the rested one. Franklin is back in as well now. I, like a lot of coaches, got rid of him at that excuse.
And
that
it
he
was the right
out.
thing to do.
It was. Anyway, he's back in. If you held him, I don't know, you've got a tough call whether you play him or some rookie on the field.
Yeah.
Next game, Gold Coast versus the Blues. Dixon's back in. He was a bit of a hype player earlier in the season. He was playing really well. For the Blues, Mitch Robinson's back in.
Ah, yes.
Found a bit of form in the twos. Hopefully, he can play
He's
a bit more
recovered
like
well
last
since
year.
he had a nap on the MCG in my team round one,
Well,
didn't he?
yeah,
And
well,
I traded
it's
him. Did you trade him?
Yeah, a lot of people have had him.
Probably.
No one still has him.
No.
But anyway, he's back in. If he could recapture some form from last year, maybe he'll be a viable option. D's versus North, nothing interesting. So handballing a bit sooner than you probably expected.
Jeez, that was quick for
Yeah,
you.
it
Very
was.
quick.
I know.
Collingwood GWS. Harry O is in.
Oh, is he?
Harry
Good to
O's
see
Good to have him back.
Great news story.
That is slightly relevant. I'll tell you why in a sec. And no relevance out now for GWS. Scully comes in. Now Scully comes in. Potential tagger.
Oh, yeah.
That's something I don't like, and we'll talk about that later. I want to put my patch on my hat on. Whitfield, your boy.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, having
He's
a
out.
rest.
He's having a bit of a breather.
Yeah.
So listen, the relevance of Harry Owen. Last time GWS played Collingwood, they used two taggers on Heath Shaw
Yeah.
and Maxwell.
Right.
So they used, and the other one went to Pendle. So the two back tags there are interesting. And in my article during the week, 5th best article on the site, Harry O.
Stop bullying yourself.
Harry O.
It's better than that.
4th.
Sorry.
Harry O. I've tipped to be tagged this week, so keep an eye on that.
Wow.
Other game, Geelong versus St Kilda. No relevancy in the St Kilda game. Stevie J is back in. Bartel is out. Obvious switcheroo if you can do that. And the other one there is Bleakabs. He's out.
Having a rest.
He's having a bit of a rest.
Yeah, okay.
Fair enough. He's been working pretty hard too.
He
right?
has, yeah.
Last one I've got is Freo in Adelaide. Sandlands was late withdrawal last week. He comes back in. And there's a guy here called Taberner.
Oh, yes.
He's in. He's a forward. He's averaged 43. He's on the bubble.
Played 2, yeah.
Yep. Bubble boy, break even, -17. Geez, if you're scraping the barrel, he's probably going to be vested. But anyway, and another guy in that game as well, 101k defender, Hardigan.
Oh, yeah.
Plays his first game. And so, geez, if you want to, he's destined for the vest. But there's a couple of bit of fresh meat to have a look at.
Don't tread on.
You don't
Submarine.
Submarine
He
needs
might
to
come back. You never know. He could be here.
2008.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Jeez,
Well
we're going very
we
quick.
are
Okay,
going
Sunday games, extended bench games. Port Adelaide, Brisbane, probably fairly irrelevant. Kane Corns is back for anyone that did jump on him but didn't trade him out after his suspension. Jake Need, probably still floating around in some teams. He has been rested. If you haven't cashed him down yet, it's probably time to do it.
No, do you know what?
What?
I looked at it because I've had him as that link.
Right.
Don't cash him down because he is borderline cheaper than a rookie at the moment. He has gone from, like he got up over
Yeah, he did.
200,000.
He did, eh?
I tell you what, he could end up under 100,000 if he plays
Seriously?
more games. Unbelievable.
Is he that bad? God, I've forgotten about him.
Yeah.
There could be some guys to get for him anyway coming up soon.
Yep.
Brisbane, Big JB is back, Maloney is back, and Mitch Golby and Crisp are in. This is a extended bench game. Hanley is the big out there that is affecting a lot of people. 25% of people, I think it is.
Just got a bit worried about
all three of us.
Calvin Wade.
Got a bit worried about something.
What?
Maloney's back in.
Oh, right.
Oh, Rocky.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Rocky, back to the forward line, mate.
Oh, no, don't get on
don't
bet on
even
him over
say
30
that.
possessions.
You know,
He
that's
better
really
not Vossi if you or
You touch him.
All right, so yeah, he's out 2 to 4 weeks. We'll talk about him later on with what to do. Next game, Bulldogs and West Coast. Your boy Boydie is back.
Yep.
Probably
Restructure.
important for some people that held on to him, obviously, over that time, but could be an option to bring back in.
tell you what.
Of course he is. Out there, Goodsy, another big name. Over a third of teams have got him, so he's there. And V8, the VAT.
What?
Rovat.
Oh, yeah.
No way!
Oh, I couldn't believe it. when I saw
Soreness.
He's been playing hard.
Hasn't he? Has been.
it. Well, he has.
He's
got a
been copping a
99.
shellacking from you anyway. So.
No, I love him. And he's my favourite player.
Yeah.
99.
What number does he wear?
8. Does he?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know what he looks like.
He's a good looking rooster and he's been working really hard for me on my pine. The time I needed him, he was vested. The time I didn't, he had 99. So yeah, kicking goals.
West Coast, they've made a truckload of changes there. Their outs there, Darren Glass, who came off his DT ton last week.
No.
First ever soreness.
Of course he is.
Jeez, I'm not knocking up a ton again. Takes too much heavier.
Oh, Nick Nat's not
Oh,
making
yeah.
the trip over, and he could be out for a little while. And I reckon he's probably trade time if you do have him. Shuey hamstring, the bad Selwood, he's been dropped. LeGras, he's got a foot injury. So some of the big names out there, really.
it is.
Coming in though, the probably main one is Scooter Selwood. Another premium
really?
option that could be a bit of a unique one coming
Yeah,
through now.
I like that.
And the other one there, probably two others that are worth thinking about, is Lycett's come in, obviously with Nick Nat out.
Yeah.
But Blaine Wilson might get his third game now.
Yeah,
'cause
okay.
there have been those defenders there are out, so he might actually get his
Can I
opportunity.
just ask you a question there?
Yep.
Will Cox return to some form now
Definitely.
as the main...
I think he definitely will. I
Because-
think people are asking questions about
Yeah.
whether you play like
Him or
Nichols, for
Nichols,
example, over him.
And do you know what? If Nick Nat was playing, I would be leaning towards Nichols.
You would.
It's ridiculous.
But I think we've got to back him
Now.
in.
You guys have got away with this Nickel saga for way too long, just Kylie.
Oh, it's good coaching.
Old Carter, he has held his spot. He's on a half-back flank. So people that were looking to cash down, he's in and he's named on the ground, so he should be right. Last game of the round, we've got the Swans and
These
Tigers.
your games are taking a long time to get
You
through.
keep talking to me. Sydney haven't dropped anyone or put anyone out, but Mitch Morton, he's
10th
an in. Ex Richards.
Exy Rich.
X-Batch.
He's in now. He's $89,000. Calvin, he's played one game.
Hmm.
How many drunk team points did he have in that?
1, 2, 3. You had a kick, I reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
possibly.
he was on very late in his
Yeah,
defence.
yeah.
Come
Now,
on.
he's a defender forward at 89k, so
Oh,
he's at
wow.
base and price, so not completely irrelevant at
No.
all.
Yeah.
And
At all.
in this time where we're cashing down some positions.
Yep.
That 8th defender or 8th
interesting,
forward.
yeah.
He could be someone that's even got a tiny little heartbeat, even if it is 3 points per game. Now, the other one there, Biggs, he's been named as well. This will be his first game, if he gets the cut. That's if any of these boys make the cut.
They probably
This
won't.
Sunday. Richmond, old mate, one of my old stalwarts, Shane Tuck, he's back in.
Tucky.
He's back in there, along with some other guys that make no difference. And bloody Kingy, he's out with a
It
hamstring.
doesn't matter if they make no difference. Warnie, you keep talking about them.
All right, let's go to something a bit more irrelevant, because I'm not listening to him.
What was that, Swanee? Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, I understand. You're at the MCG. You little pig!
The pigsty.
I tell you,
back at the
back at the sty, and I'll tell you what. Firstly, I just want to say, no, it's not all right what you're about to do to me. Secondly, well done for towing the company line over the last few weeks.
Thank you.
We have to.
That's all I wanted
No,
to hear.
I do appreciate it, and I do
No
appreciate
problem.
the support.
And I will continue to back it.
And you will this week, because we are all going Dane Swan #1. And I'll tell you why we're going here. He had, no,
Okay.
Firstly, he's back at the sty. Listen to his last 3 games at the MCG. 106, 163, 130.
Yeah.
Right?
Massive.
Yep.
Last year against GWS, he never got a tag. He had 159 points.
Oh, if you don't
he
mind.
kicked a lazy 5 sausage rolls.
So he was just mucking around.
He was
a
mucking
pig
around.
in mud.
Look, he's been last couple of weeks. He had 130 last week, and then that other week he only had like 106. But remember, he had like 78 at half time or
Yeah.
something. So
Yeah, he was
the
smashing.
pig has been in pretty good form. So he'll take the #1. The controversial pick this week is when I've dropped Ablett to my #3.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying
He's coming off 163.
That's a massive call.
yes, and I'm not doing it just to annoy those people because I'm a stubborn prick who say Calvin just goes the top pick each week. No, I don't.
All the time.
I don't sometimes. No. Right, Ablett, 163 last week. Yes, we've already talked about that. Golden Stubby winner, smashing the bits. Carlton are one of his worst teams to play since he's been at the Suns. Carazzo kills him.
Yeah.
Last year, 89 points. Year before that, 96. In both of those games, held him to just 23 touches.
Wow.
Last year, when he had those 23, that was his lowest disposal output for the season.
Was it really?
Yes. I don't lie when I wear the hat.
No, and coming off such a big game, it's just going to be...
Look, the thing I do like about it, it is at Metricon. The other thing I like about it, over the last 3 weeks, Carlton have gone for Curnow as their #1 tagger.
right.
Carazzo has not tagged for 3
He's
weeks.
coming back from a long injury,
He is.
isn't he?
Carazzo has to go to him this week.
Yeah.
He's got the wood on him. He has to go to him this week. Do I think Ablett will be good? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
But look, don't write off Pendles as well. He's been smashing it. He only had, we say only had 109 last week for us as our #1 pick. But
To Pendlebury.
that's his lowest score.
He is to Pendlebury.
See, I thought that was bullying.
No, see, you're super sensitive. He was just making a
Like
bad
a
call.
really
He wasn't
shit
picking
call.
on you.
Right, 109 last week. That's his lowest score in his last 6.
Right.
It's been pretty impressive. Averaging 125 at the MCG in his last 5 games.
So that was his lowest score in the last 6.
Yep.
I'm glad
The
that's
other
the
thing-
time I put him captain. Awesome.
No,
No, I'm just disappointed I did it.
enough's enough.
Okay.
Right, so the other couple of options here, if you want to go away from Swan or Ablett, who'll be the top 2 select captains, why not go for a guy like Barlow? #4 on my list.
I like it.
But he's been a bit low in the last couple of weeks.
Let's go
106,
shopping.
106, 102. He had 118 in round 10 on Adelaide. He played these guys 8 weeks ago. What a joke the draw is.
It is.
Seriously.
Isn't this the first time Bombers and Hawthorn are playing each
Yes.
other
Yeah,
as well?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Don't forget, last week
right.
Joel Seld had 133 on the Crows. So you'd think that Barlow's going to carve it a bit. And this is it's not a roughie. I still think Andrew Swallow's going to carve it a bit. But he's averaged 76 his last 3 games this year.
Yeah.
But 160 on Melbourne last year.
Oh, wow.
So,
really?
and God, even I can get
got
a
it.
kick against
Oh,
Melbourne.
tempting to bring him in for a pinch hit because his
So,
price would be low.
It's going to be low. He's going to smash him. So
Yeah. Now this is a question I've got for you, Calvin.
This is an answer coming back.
You've been doing some research on this.
A lot of it,
especially the odds and stuff. Is that should you put more weight on current form than what you do?
Should I?
Yeah.
I do put a fair bit of weight on current form. That's why I picked the person who scored the highest. I don't. But that weight form is a huge part of it. History. Stevie J didn't even make the top 5 this week because
that was interesting.
Yeah, well, he's played St Kilda 5 times and not once in the last 5 has he cracked home. Like, how can you go?
Don't make the top 5.
And he had 0 last week anyway.
And it was terrible last week. Look, he had a big one, but it is at Simmons, and before he had 156 there last time, but before that, he has 0 hundreds in his last 5 before that. So you just can't go him. Yeah, he could have a big score, but at the same time comes risk.
And he does have good runs on the board in previous games, like recent games.
Yes.
But history...
He just couldn't do it.
Adding up,
Like, if you went Stevie J and he scores you 80, everyone's got to go, well, of course, idiot. He's never got over 100 in the last 5. Like, it's just a no-brainer. The other thing is, another reason I don't like Ablett, just saw another set of stats. In the last 3 games, Carlton have given up just 700 plus scores.
Right.
Last week they gave...
shit of the teams that they've played though.
Oh, they gave North Melbourne 2, okay, and St Kilda 1. Okay, not great teams to compare it against, but the fact that they just locked these dudes down, and over the last 3 years, Carlton, Sydney are the 2 teams that have been really restrictive.
Do you know what concerns me slightly this week? And it's only slightly, but you're talking about those lockdown teams.
Yes.
Recently, the GWS have just locked scores down. They've just... Scoring has basically dried up.
I have some stats on that.
Okay, good.
Last week against Essendon, they were competitive for a bit.
Yeah.
Essendon only got 300 plus scores. Look at their stars. Goddard, 83. Stanton, 80. Heppel scraped his way with junk time 102.
Who are the 3 stars? You mentioned Stanton as one of the players.
Oh, you're a knob.
Sorry, carry on.
The week before, Sydney played them. Not overly a wicked renowned team for scoring. They won by 130 points, right? 7 guys got a ton.
Right.
McVeigh, 132. Malcheski, 125. And then Rock, 102. JPK,
So they had a field day.
They had a field day. Look, Collingwood have to come and thump the hell out of them this week.
They do.
After losing to Gold Coast, they're back in the pigsty, and they have to carve them to bits. They've got to win this game by over 100 points.
I'm not worried anymore. You have convinced me. I can't believe that wasn't even a set-up thing. You had already researched. Well done. That wasn't even a setup. That was unbelievable.
No, that's what I do.
There's the top 5, Calvin. So you've got Swanee there at number 1, Pendles, then Ablett, then Barlow, and then Swallow. That's what you've got.
So you guys will toe the company line once again and back
I will.
in.
I do it.
Of course we will.
One thing.
If I didn't do it, you'd get all angry and be the bully that you are.
Oh, that's not bullying. Dog, Pig Cam, I'm glad we've got him set up tonight because...
Pig Cam is back there.
The pig is back. It's time for the pig to run around in the mud at the G. Liverpool did it. Oh, that was amazing. 95,000. We'll go. That's another day. That's another topic for another day. But Pig, get on him because I'll tell you what, he is going to carve it to bits.
I'm excited about my captain this week. Last week, I was hesitant.
Same.
This will be good.
Cool. All right, let's get into what comes next. All right, Twitter time this week. Twitter time this week. We're going to look at a couple of things. Now, Roy, before we get into the big issues of this week,
get a tissue.
Yes.
You had a little bit of a tweet today, didn't you?
I did. Oh my god, it was some of my best.
I didn't see it.
Oh, didn't you really? No. Well, it was something I learned from you back in the day when you used to set me up. Back with the Burgoynes.
Back when I used to bully you, right?
Yeah, back when I had the Burgoynes. Tell them what you did to me that day.
Not one day. I did it multiple days. Roy and I used to go head to head in Dream Team. This is like way back in the old school era. And I used to write him an email and say, "Oh, did you hear what's happened to the Burgoynes, Roy?" And he'd go, "No, what?" And I used to, and it's bad. I used to cut and paste articles out of the Herald Sun and replace the names of people who have been in car accidents.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to hell.
With like Sean Burgoyne, Pete Burgoyne, and I'd write the heading, power stars in accident and send it to him to try to encourage him
Because
to
there was
train.
no reversible train. And I get this Friday, panic station.
Oh, it's a bad thing to do. Kiddies, don't listen to Uncle Cow. Don't do what he says.
So I did it a bit more tasteful today. When we were over in WA, T-Better made a massive move and he bought in the better. I won't call him the good Ebert. He bought in the better Ebert, the one with a slightly smaller head, the better one.
Yep.
He bought him in, so it was an interesting move. Didn't pay off first week, but anyway, T-Bet, it was a good move.
It was.
I thought I was checking the Twitter and it came up Port Adelaide's injury list.
Oh, you.
The bad Ebert was out for 2 with an adductor or something. So I thought I'll quote tweet it and change it to the good Ebert's name and send it to him.
Yep, this is what it looks
Big
like
fella.
there.
Got him.
Injury update, Port Adelaide, injury list. Dom Cassisi answering 2 weeks. Brad Ebert, adductor, 2 weeks. And so, what ends up happening after that? At 2 better in that, what did he do straight away?
Yeah, he started to panic.
He said this one to him, is this a joke? Bloody hope they meant that Oompa Loompa Brett. But seconds later, he backs it up with, oh, you prick.
Got him, yes. I threw the cricket ball in the air. Got him. Piss off, you're out,
Look, one message I've got for T-Better. T-Better, just go up to him and say, no, and stop it.
No, so T-Bet, he entertained, but you know what? That is the first time I've not only pressed LOL and lowered at anything, I lowered at my own work because when I thought I had him and then got the
Great work.
Yeah, I got a lol out of myself.
Alrighty. So the big issues this
Sad
week,
man.
Rather than going straight to some tweets, we're going to get into what dudes are the big issues of this week because there are quite a few there. So let's start off with these 2 little boys in the back line. We've got Pierce Hanley, who is out for 2 to 4 weeks, they say. Could be more, could be less, who knows what it'll be. But in the world of 44 trades, see ya. And Brett Goods, who is gone for the season.
Last week,
unfortunately.
Last week I chased birds and handies and Hanley. and so I've got a lot of issues. So for me, Hanley, I was hoping to come on tonight and work out what I was going to do with Hanley from you two because I've got no idea. Because I had to look at some of the back guys. And there's some names I don't even bloody recognise.
No, I know. And I'm getting a lot of questions today. Who do I go out of Malcheski, Enright, and do you know who I'm going to say? Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
And he's my pick out of the 3 at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, he is. And this is why. He's got a 3-game average of 109, right?
It sounds like just the time I jump on him, right?
Yeah, it does. Except no, it's different to that because his break even is still small. You usually wait till it's big.
That's right.
His break even at the moment is only 13, and he got 133 last week. He's playing a new role. Brent Riley went down.
Yep.
Okay. Henderson has gone to that half-back flank. He's now the half-back, how they call it, interim, quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah. However, he's getting the marks and kicks to justify being a very good selection. He's still under 400,000. Now, my concern.
You've got concern.
My concern. Anyone that has played that well is going to attract the reactive attention of next week's coach and potentially cop that forward tag, who this week would be Matty De Boer. Our boy, De Boer. Now, if he's tagging him, it's going to be, a significant drop in points.
I don't reckon Henderson's ever been tagged in his life.
No, he wouldn't be. But guess what? Do you know what else I like about him?
What?
Basketball background. Basketball background.
Really?
That's another intern.
If you've picked up a basketball or even know what a basketball is, you get a background.
You do.
Watch the game
And it'll
NBA
get
on
mentioned
TV.
every time you play well.
Right.
But I'm going to throw that in there. He has got it. So, Ricky Henderson, at the low break even, decent price, 3 out of 400.
Okay.
Like in his last 4 games.
Will you be getting him?
At this stage, yes, he's there. But can I tell you why? I'm a bit excited about this story. You've got me going. Do you know why?
Got him worked up.
I have got Staker at the moment, and I rode Staker last week for that 90, but I
on
don't
your
have the
ground.
confidence to do it again, right? So this is what I could do.
Yes.
Goods in my back line to Henderson.
Yes.
All right. Put Jimmy Bartell on my bench, sub Henderson for Staker into my forward line. So Henderson would play for Bartell next week, back Turlick have a sit on the bench.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
How's that
are
for use of DPP?
you are a complex coach, Troy.
Yeah, I know, but do you like what I'm
I
doing?
do
there?
like what
So
you're doing.
I think the value, if you've got Staker in another line,
Yep.
adds an unbelievable flexibility
Okay.
to your team.
So if I get Henderson this week,
Yeah.
right?
I will
this
not
is
do
a
it then.
move. Is this a move that you are encouraging me to do? And if I get Henderson in and he scores 30,
Right, that's making me sweat. Yeah.
will you be angry at me next week like you were with every other trade I've done?
If he gets you 30, he will still make you money because he's got a low break even.
Oh, you are such a positive coach.
Yeah, so at this stage, backline dilemma's massive. Henderson could,
Alright.
could be fool's gold, could be
Okay.
West off.
All right.
However, it's fraught with danger, but I like it.
Okay.
Coach loves him.
On it.
Coach loves
Now,
him.
in the back line, there are quite a few guys that are options. Would you go like an Ibo over him?
Do you know what?
I've got that
The
walking
bubbles,
disaster.
the bubbles burst.
His bubble has burst and his head's fallen off. He's useless.
He's back at Patterson's a bit.
Guess how much I paid for him, Roy? $700. Jesus.
Yeah, he's still a reasonable
Back
option.
when you were like, oh, he's averaging like 120 at Patterson's,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
I
get
know.
him in then, Roy.
God, I can sell. I should be in real estate.
I sold you Pendles.
Oh, you
Gotcha.
did. Got me. Yeah. But anyway, there are a few good options there. The thing is, at the moment, there's only two. Goddard and Heppel are the only two that aren't going to disappoint you once a month with a little bit of a forward tag. Who else is there, really? Look at Bryce Gibbs.
Oh, Bryce Gibbs.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, give yourself
He used to be my boy. Guess what? I dumped him.
You've done
I
it.
dropped him.
So,
Who's your boy now in the back line? Hendo.
Hendo, maybe?
do you know what is?
I'm
This
shopping.
is where I'm thinking. Backline, because it's such a bloody shit show.
Yeah.
Just chase these break-even dudes.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, they get you a 60,
60, what the other retards are getting you anyway.
but then they'll still pump up in price a bit.
So, you're actually agreeing with my call for it.
I am.
Okay.
Are you going to get Henderson as well?
No, because I'm doing something different.
What are you doing?
Well, I've got Hanley and Bartel are both going out.
Oh,
But I've
are
got
you
a-
getting rid of Bart?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
2 weeks.
Do you know why?
And he's been scoring shit.
One
2
week.
weeks, it's only one, man.
One.
He took one.
Yeah, but he's been scoring shit anyway, so it's
Yeah,
time
he
to
has.
go.
I'd like to
And because I don't have Gary Ablett. So
Oh, easy call.
basically, Bartel becomes
What?
Bartel becomes Ablett.
You don't have Ablett?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. Right, moving along to
Why
the next
would ya?
issue of the week. Nick Nat, he's out for this week with soreness. Apparently, he could be nearly done for the season. Is
Yeah.
some of the talk coming through. So if you've got him, you need to trade him. Unfortunately, he's not what he was before, price-wise. That we all thought he was going to be a lot better than what he has
Well,
been
the
displaying.
thing is, even early on when he came back, it was like, wow, Nick Nat now plays a DT game. He
Yeah.
became a really relevant option. Let's face it, he's injured. He is not his normal self. I hope that, next year, he could be a viable option.
He's
if he
going to be
gets-
one of the most picked players next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Like from what he's shown before, he's had a pretty poor season. So
If you've got him, who are some guys that are worth looking at? I'm thinking Big Boy McAvoy.
Oh, you said it.
don't say
Again, I
that.
know it's in my head.
Oh, I hate it.
Sorry, BT, you deserve an uppercut.
Him
No.
and Gibbs in the ring, both knock each other out. Be great.
There's some guys that have dropped a bit in value there, but would you bench him and just play Nichols
Yes, you would.
Oh, yeah. I'd play Nick
or
every day of the
Staker,
week. Yeah,
for
yeah,
example?
Yeah.
If it's in your forward line,
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
the
without a doubt.
So obviously, I think he if you can get to someone that you're pretty happy with,
Yeah.
trade. But you might as well just stick with it and use your trades elsewhere because.
Yeah. Oh, if you've got Nichols on the bench now, do you know what? Nick Nat out is actually a positive because, as I said before, I think Cox can now,
Flourish.
And do you know what? Bring it home, Cox, because this is the last year.
It is
He's going
his
to be a
last
member
year.
of Destroy.
Right.
And that's sad. We
big
nearly
call,
need to
it
do
is.
like a send off for him.
Well, yeah.
Cheer him off the ground.
Maybe we do the next show naked.
Pick up the
or something.
laptop and have his little head up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
and
something
cheer him.
needs to be
something.
done.
We'll do something.
It's pretty sad.
And the last real big issue is old Jim Bob Bartel. So, who you said you're holding?
Well, I think I am. And do you know what? His form lately has been disgusting.
Hey,
Right, he's really frustrating me. But I think I want to hold him. I think he still has the big 120s on the way home, and he'd be an annoying one to have to get back in.
He would be.
Yeah.
So if I pull that little...
He's sliding though. His break even would be pretty high.
Oh, without a doubt. But I'd like to use my other trades elsewhere.
Yep.
If I go with that
Couldn't give you a
Henderson,
hand.
I'll be happy with it. However, I'm considering chasing
The bird.
a bit of Boydie action this week.
Oh,
I know, I'm old man.
You are an old man.
I know.
Well,
have you not learnt from the last time?
But for me, it's a no-brainer because I'll just go straight to Stevie J.
You don't have him.
Well, he hasn't been
Don't
playing.
you have Stevie J?
He hasn't been playing. No, because I got Bird in for him.
Awesome.
Jesus. You guys
What are you
listening?
guys even doing?
I don't know. So Bart will go out for me. Stevie J, and it's a bit of a no-brainer. The only issue I had was what I was going to do with Hanley, and you've sold me.
Oh,
I'm
really?
Hendo.
I feel
Hendo, and
worried
you are
about
going to
this
get
now.
some abusive,
I
bullying
know,
tweets
I know.
if this does not work.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we done for this week?
We
So
certainly
we
are.
need to go and actually work out what we've got going on.
So
for our
basically
teams.
recapping the show, pick him,
Yeah, pick him.
get Hendo in your back
Get
line,
Hendo in your back line.
and keep Bartel if you can.
Yeah.
We could have summed that up real quick.
Oh, sorry for
Why'd we
boring
take-
you for 40 minutes.
36 minutes to do that.
Jesus, all right.
All right. Thanks for watching. We did say that we're going to talk to you about
Oh yeah,
Melbourne.
round
Melbourne.
22.
round 22.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's going to be big.
What's happening?
Look, round 22, it's on Saturday. Saturday
Yep.
at about 1 o'clock. Where are we going?
Somewhere in Richmond.
Yeah.
It'll be on Swan Street in Richmond. Our boy Swanee.
Yep.
So
Pub, to be advised. We're going to go there and we're going to hit the cans like Swanee does. And it's going to be massive. We've got one of our favourite guys, Hairy Beard, Nathan Weldon. YouTube him, absolute sensation. He is going to come and he's going to play live at our
That's
gig.
going to be ridiculous.
So we just go smash cans, half time of the footy. Beard will crank out the axe, bang bang,
watch
sing
footy,
some songs.
talk dream team.
It's going to be sick. So
And then we're heading off to the Bombers and Blues games. So
that
that'll be
night.
good.
So it's good.
Go Blues.
Your boys,
My boys.
his boys. It's going to be
Up and
crazy.
about.
So yeah, it's going to be a massive day. So if you're interstate, start booking your tickets. Get yourself there.
And just quietly, there are a few interstaters coming.
There's
T-Better's going to be there. Danny's coming over.
Yep.
Anthony's coming over. So
Oh,
it's
really?
going to be
Yeah,
huge.
so,
It's gonna be
there's a
fun.
few guys coming
Bit
out. So
excited?
start looking at your cheap flights. Round 22 on that Saturday. It's going to be massive. And it's going to be somewhere in Richmond. I'm going to walk to the G afterwards. So book your hotels accordingly.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Good luck this week.